Greetings everyone and welcome to Aleppo in Syria. The first ever international game played at the Al Hamdaniya Sports Arena features Syria hosting Bahrain in FIBA World Cup qualifying Asia Group D action. I'm Darren Kilfera. There is the Group D table. Kazakhstan and Iran already underway in their Game Day 5 contest. Syria against Bahrain. 3 teams advancing through to the next stage of World Cup qualifying. And Syria can clinch their place in the next stage with a win here in Aleppo today. Very big crowd in this 8,000-seat building. Great atmosphere here as we prepare for the opening tip-off. This building just opened on the 17th of December last year, a long construction process. As you see for Bahrain, Wayne Chisholm leading their team out. Chisholm, the dual American Bahraini national, former SEC Freshman of the Year when he played at the University of Tennessee. Shane Rashid, Aitan Asa, Siban Azam, first 5 out of the floor. Bahraini side, only 5 of the 12 in the squad have played in previous contests in this current World Cup qualifying cycle. New coaching as well for Bahrain, the team coached by the Lithuanian And now the Syrians, under the Spanish head coach Javier Perez. You see Anthony Bakar, he is in double figures when these teams first met in February. Faces in the Syrian squad as well. There's Alias Azri, Jose Nazarian, Isa, played in the 2 games for Syria in the second World Cup qualifying window back in February. Ishaq Obeid, Sharif Al-Osh, who has seen time with his national side in this current cycle. Hani Adribe, a very good player, had 11 points and 8 rebounds against Iran back in February. Omar Sheikh Ali, and Al-Sati, then Kemal Chambalat, number 28, and Amir Hinton, the free-scoring American, averaging nearly 30 points per game in this qualifying cycle. Much more to come about him. And then David Hermes plays his club basketball in Spain. As both teams ready now for their respective national anthems.
Please remain standing for the national anthem of Syria.
Their country expects qualification through to the next stage of World Cup qualifiers, which will be in August, the fourth of the 6 qualifying windows in Asian World Cup qualifying competition. Very respectful Arabic bonding between these two sides. The crowd very respectful of the Bahraini anthem as well. Always good to see, but the temperature will get white hot in here just momentarily. As you see Kemal Şendilap, the dual Turkish-Syrian national who plays his club basketball in the Turkish 2nd Division. A refereeing crew from Lebanon, Kuwait, and Jordan. They have the atmosphere to face here, as well as the Bahrain players. All of the preliminaries just about finished. Just a couple of minutes away from the opening tip-off. Mentioned the new coach of Bahrain, Mendelgas Lukosius. You see his starting 5 there. Shizm, Rashed, Isa, Abdulrahim, and Azam. And the bench under the man in charge of Bahrain for the first time. He replaced Sam Vincent, the former Charlotte Bobcats head coach in the NBA. Not very long ago. And there is Lukosius, who has coached Al Manama at club level in Bahrain, as well as several clubs in his native Lithuania. And for Syria, their starting 5, Adribe Al-Osh, Al-Hamwi Al-Hussein, and Tariq Al-Jabi. There you see the Syrian squad under their head coach, Javier Juarez. There is the Spanish Juarez, formerly director of the Luka Doncic campus in the Real Madrid Academy in Spain. An assistant coach for the Utah Jazz in the 2018 Summer League in Las Vegas. In the NBA, he's coached the likes of UCAM Murcia and Urbas Fuenlabrada in Spain. You see the final minute before the opening tip-off of this 5th of 6 Group D Asian World Cup qualifying encounters between Syria and Bahrain. Rassem Marzouki, the Tunisian assistant coach of Bahrain, helping with some of the communications issues. Great to see packed houses for FIBA World Cup qualifying basketball. This tournament did not start in front of fans, or certainly many fans, but we are just about ready to rumble in exactly the sort of atmosphere we love to see in international basketball. Final words from coaches to players. Bahrain in the white jerseys, Syria in their home reds. And for Bahrain, so much will depend on how quickly Wayne Chisholm can get into the swing of things. Just a correction about the Bahrain starting lineup. The graphics we gave you were slightly incomplete. Between Chisholm, Isa, Khadem, Hamouda, and Aldarazi, the starting 5 for Bahrain. There's Nadim Isa, part of the title-winning Al Ittihad club in Syria this past season. Defeated Al Karame 3-0 in the Syrian playoff finals. So both teams ready. We are set to get this party started. The opening tap, Şendilap, the 6'11" center for Syria, against the 6'7" Chisholm for Bahrain. Bahrain wins the tap, and here we go. Bahrain playing from right to left in this first quarter. Al-Darazi drops off for Asa. Asa one-on-one on the perimeter. Inside to Chisholm, spot up 15-footer is off the iron, no good. A rebound plucked down by Hinton. Chanbalat, there's Amir Hinton outside. Asa off the screen. Good look inside, no foul called. Play allowed to continue the kick outside to Asa. He'll shoot for three and miss. And the foul by Chanbalat over the back of Wayne Chisholm. Chisholm, the very experienced professional, 35 years of age for Bahrain. He was the import player of the year in both Hungary and the Philippines, 2014 and 2015 respectively. Averaged more than 11 points a game in his collegiate career with Tennessee. And you see the first foul of the game. Front court comes Al-Darazi. He'll fire for three and hits. So Bahrain opens the scoring. They have not had many leads in this qualifying cycle. Nice behind the back look for Asa. Inside turning around is Al-Sati. The shot is wild though. Forward for Bahrain. Asa inside, the bunny missed the putback as well. Khadem had the second chance after the first miss by Hamed Hamouda. But foul on the floor against the Syrians. See a little bit over eager there to claim the rebound was Emma Al-Sati. Plays his club basketball in the United Arab Emirates with Al-Shabab. From the elbow, no good from Khadem. Rebound this time taken legally by Al-Sati. Hinton front court. Wanted it back a little bit more quickly than that from Obaid. Double team, and then the foul. Was it on Hinton with the hand extended? He might have called the foul first on Ahmed Al-Darazi. First game for Al-Darazi in this qualifying cycle. He did play in the Asia Cup back in 2013 for Bahrain. It's Chanbalat. Far side, Asa kicks to Obaid. He drives against Chisholm. The finger roll no good off the back boards, and Bahrain keeping the Syrians scoreless through the first 2 minutes here. 5'7", a 31-year-old Ahmed Al-Darazi running the points for Bahrain. It's Khadem to Asa. Kicks free, the three-pointer at the shot clock buzzer, no good. And this time the foul underneath. Once again, Syria committing the personal foul. A little bit of a sluggish start for the hosts. Sellout crowd of just under 8,000 fans at the Al-Hamdaniya Sports Arena here in Aleppo. As the three-point look from Chisholm is off the front iron. Rebound to Chanbalat. Now Hinton. Hinton drives. He's rejected by Chisholm. Good defending by Chisholm. Another open three-point look. That's in for Al-Darazi. Bahrain with the 6-0 lead. Perfect start in his first ever game coaching Bahrain for the Lithuanian Mindaugas Lukosius. Hinton draws contact and one. Amir Hinton, 36 points between these sides back on the 24th of February. One of three 30-plus point performances for Hinton in this qualifying cycle. The Abington, Pennsylvania native, the dual American and Syrian citizen, will go to the line to try and complete a three-point play. Gets the free throw to go. Hinton playing this season in Finland with Kuvat in the Korisliga. As Aldarazi finds Hamouda. No substitutions yet for Bahrain. Another three-point shot from the outside, swish right through by Aldarazi again. Aldarazi, all 9 of Bahrain's points, 3 of 4 from three-point land. Once again, the Bahraini lead is 6. So Ubaid, far side, nearly losing it. Issa, bit of trouble, swarming defense by Issa, and a violation on the floor against Issa. Nadim Issa, I should say. Just under 4 minutes gone. And Bahrain, very impressive performance. Bahrain had averaged less than a minute leading each game in their 4 previous qualifying efforts in this cycle. But holding their own as Hamouda drops off to Khadem. As Hamouda inside in the paint, fires wildly, but he was bumped. That could be the second personal on Al-Sati. Drew the contact, I think, in the first instance on Hani Adribe, so. Shot is up, no good from Hamouda. It's 2 for 7 from the free throw line in Bahrain's first 4 games in the qualifying cycle. Misses both of them here. The rebound clutched by Al-Sati. Al-Sati staying in the game with 2 fouls. There he is in possession, the 30-year-old. Three-point look is wild from Issa. Chisholm the board. Good outlet pass to Khadem, kicks to the corner. Issa outside. Inside Chisholm, good position, and another foul on the deck. That is on Issa. That'll be his second as well, I believe. Fouls mounting up. And the Syrians in the first half of the first quarter. Just Issa's first foul, or is it his second? It is his second, beg your pardon. And Bahrain in the penalty. Chisholm, a career 71% free throw shooter in his pro career, although looked rather less than that in that effort. His first ever game for Bahrain at age 35, Wayne Chisholm gets a second free throw in. And Bahrain extends their advantage. 7 points, approaching the halfway mark of the first quarter. Obaid to Omar Sheikh Ali into the game. Much greater depth in the Syrian squad than for Bahrain. It's Anthony Bakar, who is averaging 11.5 points per game in this qualifying cycle. Sheikh Ali. Whistle before the shot from Bakar. Anthony Bakar, 11.5 points 3.5 assists and 3 rebounds per game in the tournament thus far. Hinton to inbounds. McCarr into the paint. Tough shot off the iron, no good. And again, Bahrain the rebound. Tiny Aldarazi kicks off the three-point look in from Asa. And Bahrain the double-digit lead. Syria is going to take timeout, and no wonder. Has not been happening in this first quarter for the hosts. Syria in Aleppo trails by 10 to Bahrain. Nine points for Aldarazi for Bahrain. Isa with 3 points himself. Just the one substitution thus far for Bahrain in the game. For Syria, Amir Hinton, the three-point play, the only points they have scored thus far. Both of these teams through to the FIBA Asia Cup in Indonesia in a few weeks' time. Bahrain having finished second in their qualifying group behind Lebanon, ahead of India and Iraq, with Syria likewise second place in their group behind Iran. Sheikh Ali inside to Hinton, who forces the ball up and in. So Hinton with 5. Still the only Syrian scorer. Asa to Chisholm. Now Suba Azam into the game. Asa 1 against 3, loses the control of the ball. And Obaid in transition. Bakar driving, scooping, not scoring, too strong. Rebound Azam, the quick push forward to Asa. Asa double team, but releases. Back to Aldarazi. Aldarazi inside, the drop off, but the scoop off the underside of the backboard from Isa. Obaid forward, now Bakar for 3. Got it! Much needed first three-pointer of the game for Syria. Five points in a row to cut their deficit in half. Chisholm down a blind alley and passes the ball all the way underneath the Bahrain basket. And now the decibel count rising in the Al Hamdaniyah Sports Arena. And timeout taken by Bahrain. Mandaugas Lukosius just trying to calm things down. Just soak up the atmosphere. There was a 10-year ban by FIBA on Syrian stadiums on account of the long war in the country. Finally lifted November of last year. Their previous home game in the tournament was in Damascus, the Syrian capital, but this game and the one to come on Monday against Iran here in Aleppo. Syria to inbound. Trailing 13-8. 3 minutes left in the opening quarter. Bakar to Obeid. Shek Obeid outside and foul underneath, I think against Chisholm. Battling for a position with Adribe. See the physical contact in the paint. Open look, 4-3 is long. Not by Al-Sati. Al-Darazi off to Asa. Asa, the Al-Ahli player. Club upset in the playoff semifinals by Al-Muharrak in Bahraini domestic league. Shot missed by Chisholm. Trying to force things a little bit as Hinton kicks outside. Hinton now a free look for three. In and out. Rebound though long to Sheikh Ali. Obeid drives, scoops, can't score. Al-Darazi goes inside, draws contact, and one. 5'7" Ahmed Al-Darazi. He's into double figures in the opening quarter, outfoxing Sheikh Ali. Clock malfunction momentarily. Still 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. They'll need to fix that. This the home stadium of Al-Ittihad SC Aleppo. Played their first game in this building on the 17th of December last year. Construction on the stadium began as long ago as 2004, but it took much longer than anticipated for it to be completed. It was supposed to be ready to be opened by 2007, but various mishaps, you can imagine, on the way to the finish line. Al-Darazi averaging only 4.5 points per game in his 7 previous top-level appearances for Bahrain at the national team level. Now he has 12. And Bahrain back up by 8 points on the Syrians. Sharif Al-Osh running the point. Sheikh Ali guarded by Azam. Azam switches across. Good stand-up defending. The rebound taken underneath, though, and Adribe was fouled with the shot clock ticking down. Hamuda making contact, and both teams now in the penalty. 2 free throws for the poor free throw shooting Hani Adribe. Only 10 for 30 from the free throw line in his international career. Coming off an 11.8 rebound game against Iran on the 27th of February, the last Syrian national team game. 12-point defeat away to Iran. Pat on the back for Adribe after missing the first. Very low arc on the free throws, but the rebound taken by Isa. And now a kick off the leg of Subah Azam. Syrian crowd starting to get a little bit anxious. That pass inside stolen. Outlet by Aldarazi is good, and then the bunny up and in. Around the iron and down by Mustafa Rashed. So Bahrain matching its biggest lead of the game on a delayed 5-0 run here. Bakar now drives. And again, the finger roll too strong. Rebound eventually to Hamouda. Fumbles his way into the front court. Another three-pointer, long distance effort there from Aldarazi, but the rebound put back by Hamouda. And the number 106 ranked Bahrain national team in the FIBA World Rankings, giving Syria all they can handle here. Out of bounds for Bahrain. Syria ranked number 83 in the world, but with a much higher ceiling than that. Bahrain missing some of their better players. CJ Giles, the dual American Bahraini national. Ahmed Haji, Mohamed Kawayed, Hesham Sarhan among those players missing. But here they are, up by 12. As the long effort missing by Abdul Rahim. And shot clock off. Syria can hold for the final look of the first quarter. Al-Osh. 5 seconds left. Sheikh Ali for three. No, the rebound comes to Abdul Rahim. And what a first quarter for Bahrain. 12 points for Ahmed Aldarazi. Syria just not at the races with 10 minutes in the books. First quarter done. It's Bahrain 20, Syria 8. Syria 3 for 17 from the field in that first quarter. Bahrain 4 of 8 from outside the arc. Not great from the free throw line. Their lead could be even greater. Those come to pass, but Bahrain has to be overjoyed with the situation. 1/4 of the way through this game. Highlights from the first quarter, including the high-rising Wayne Chisholm rejecting Amir Hinton. Hinton with the hoop and the harm. He would convert that three-point play, and Hinton leading all Syrian scorers with 5 points in the first. But the littlest guy out there, Ahmed Aldarazi, first quarter for him, 4 of 6 from the field, 3 of 5 outside the arc. A couple of rebounds as well for the 5'7" Aldarazi. Three-pointer drained as well there by Metham Isa, his only point to the first quarter. Bahrain even leading the rebounding contest, 15-10. Syria will get the ball to start the second quarter. Sharif Al-Osh. Played 10 games in the 2017 World Cup qualifying cycle. Did Al-Osh. Long three, just grazes the front rim. Asa trying to add to the Bahraini lead. Chisholm inside, nice reverse, gets it to go. This is entering uncharted territory for Bahrain, who must win this game to stay alive in World Cup qualifying competition. They travel to Astana in Kazakhstan for their final game of the first stage of qualifying on Monday. Foul on Hamouda, by the way, for Bahrain, his second of the game. It's Isa to Al-Osh. Good ball movement, frees David Hermes. Slightly long with the three-point effort. Rebound to Chisholm. Chisholm, a player with G League experience in the NBA farm system. 26 games all the way back in 2010, 2011. There's no room there underneath for Hamouda. Ball coming back down off of his fingertips, and ball goes to Syria. Hinton. From the elbow, 4-2, yes. Such a gifted scorer, Hinton, averaging 21.5 points in the Finnish league this year. Mustafa Rashid on the outside with Aldarazi off the court for the moment. Asa casually back to Hamouda for 3. 15 points, the lead for Bahrain. Hinton fouled on the perimeter by Ali Khadem. Khadem, who made his international debut for Bahrain back in November. Risky inbound pass to Adribe, back into the game for Syria. It's Isa. Hinton forced outside, shot clock ticking down as he spins, shoots, and misses. Rebound Chisholm again. 5th rebound of the game for Wayne Chisholm. Chisholm now for 3, long. Rebounds to Hermes, and now Hinton spots a gap. Nice drop off to Hermes, but he's stripped. No foul called. Numbers here for Bahrain, and the easy layup in by Mustafa Rashid. This is extraordinary. Syrian crowd muffled. Isa for 3, that's not in. Battle underneath, it's last off of Chisholm, who might have felt he was getting fouled by Hermes. See the battle there, the grab. Syria gets the call. Aldarazi back into the game for Bahrain. Hinton, Obeid, Al-Sati, Chanbalat, and Isa have been on the floor, but Hermes still involved now with Bakar back into the contest. Nice look, frees up Hermes for 3 again, no. Syria now 4 of 23 from the field. Chisholm looking for support. Good movement, Chisholm will slam! Oh! What an offensive possession that was. Perfect drop pass to Chisholm, who has 5. And that's the high percentage shot that Syria needs. Hermes onto the score sheet for the first time. Asa now to Mustafa Rashed. The kick to Asa for three. Goodness gracious me. He's got MJ on the back of his jersey. Maitham Asa. He has done yeoman work in this game for Bahrain. He's now got 6. It's a 20-point advantage for Bahrain. Hinton. Again, Hermes from 3 again missing. Rebound comes to Mustafa Rashed. Ali Hussein Rashed also in the Bahrain squad. Hasn't checked into the game yet, but Mustafa for 3. No, rebound falls kindly to Hermes. Ubaid clearing out. Bakar for 3. Got it. Big bucket for Syria. They know they have the talent to come back from this sort of deficit. They won't be flustered, or shouldn't be flustered just yet. 32-15, just past the halfway mark of the second quarter. Inside, 1 against 2, nowhere to go for Hamouda. Shot clock violation ignored. Play continues through Ubaid. Bakar. Drop off the running one-hander from Adribe. No. Rebound eventually out of bounds. Ball goes to Bahrain. The winded Hamed Hamouda. 14 points in the previous encounter between these sides in this group back in February. Did pick up 4 fouls in that game. Has 2 in this one already as he walked slowly up court behind his point guard Aldarazi. And the steal, an easy takeaway for the one-handed jam for Amir Hinton. Elevation for Hinton. Timeout called by Bahrain. What had been a 20-point lead, now 15, as Bahrain leads 32-17. Syrian crowd starting to come back into this contest. Not a lot of joy on the Syrian bench at the moment, despite this 5-0 run. It was 20-8 at the start of the quarter. Bahrain continuing to push their lead forward. And full court pressure shown by Syria, but now backed off. Azam to Chisholm. 7 on the shot clock. Alderazi, long way from home, and then the steal and the pass to Hinton for the easy layup. Bahrain's going to find themselves under pressure. They can't handle the perimeter passing, but Chisholm inside the quick, up and in. Nicely done by Wayne Chisholm. Chisholm, whose most recent club assignment was here in Syria with Al Waqta. He's played in Hungary, France, the Philippines, Israel, Mexico, Lebanon, and Bahrain. Three-point look is short there for Al Osh, I think it was. Chisholm inside, yes! Great dish from Alderazi. Stemming the Syrian tide. Lead back up to 17 for Bahrain. Hinton forces but scores from 13 feet. Lucky 13 there for Hinton. Hinton now into double figures with 13 points, leading all scorers, ahead now of Alderazi. Three-pointer off from Asa. Rebound Hinton. From outside for three, yes! For Bakar. Anthony Bakar. He has 3 three-pointers in the game. And all of a sudden, the lead is only 12 with a buck and a half to go in the first half. Alderazi, the bank three! Oh, wow! Looks like he called it. 15 now for the 5'7" Ahmed Alderazi. His best game already in Bahraini colors as that shot from Chanbalat doesn't go down. Asa. And the pass inside, foul called against Hermes. Can't believe it. Watch the battle underneath. Hermes might have a case there. Inside the final minute of the first half. Eight on the shot clock. Asa pulls up for three, around the rim and no. Rebound taken by Chanbalat, and now the front court foul against Ishaq Obaid. .3 seconds left on the first half clock. And is that a technical foul just been called against Syrian bench? See the bump by Subah Azam. I think it's been a miscommunication. It was not technical foul called. And there you see Hinton fighting through screen, and then a coming together between Sheikh Ali of Syria and Azam for Bahrain. See the tangle, but not the contretemps afterwards. Game getting a little chippy. Syrians maybe somewhat frustrated, and no wonder. Favored to win this game. But it has not gone according to plan thus far. 16-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Might look for a 2-for-1 if they can, as Chisholm reaching in and just deflects the ball out of bounds. Welcome to international basketball, Wayne Chisholm. Bakar inbounds to Chanbalat. Trying to free up Hinton for three. Yes! Bahrain can play for the final shot, but their lead again cut to 12. Holding outside Mustafa Rashid. 6 seconds. He's got to move. He's got a release in the corner. Azam not able to beat the buzzer. So a final miss for Bahrain, but still, what an opening half it was for the visitors to Aleppo. The underdogs, who have yet to win a contest in Group D in this Asian World Cup qualifying cycle, lead favored Syria 39-27 as we head to the halftime interval. First half stats on your screen there. Bahrain 15 of 31 from the field in total. Syria 11 of 34, 32% overall. Did get a couple of big three-point buckets late in that second quarter. And 12 points, well, it's by no means an insurmountable advantage for Bahrain at the half. Take a look at some of the first half highlights. Many of them for the leading scorer for Bahrain in the game, Ahmed Al-Darazi. He had 15 points in the first half. Little guy there getting the hoop and the foul against Omar Sheikh Ali. Amir Hinton leading all scorers with 16. This is what he does in international basketball. He finds buckets. But Bahrain, that three-pointer from Hamed Hamouda, impressive. Great outlet pass there to Mustafa Rashid. And this was the best possession of the half. Look at the great final dish after the ball movement to Chisholm. Chisholm with 9 points and 6 rebounds in the first half. And again, the passing move, very much worthy of a repeat watch. Syria trailed by 12 at the first quarter break, but despite being down as many as 20 in the second quarter, rallying to get back within 12 at the half. Maitham Asa draining the three there. He's got 6 points, 2 of 4 from outside the arc. But Anthony Bakar with 3 of 3 three-point shooting in the first half. A couple of steals and slams as well for Hinton. He's starting to ramp up his intensity level. There was the dish from Obaid to Hinton. Syrian crowd starting to bounce, but the quick interior pass to Chisholm. Some very nifty dishes and handles in the first half for Bahrain as Hinton again back to the scoring well. Syrian crowd given a few moments to sense the second half comeback could happen, but that banked three-pointer scored by Al-Darazi was incredible. But Hinton keeping his team in touch with Bahrain after 20 minutes. Take a quick break. Take a look at some other FIBA qualifying action.
Representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands. It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Pai can't find its way to Artino. It's still Chinese Taipei ball with the shocker. How about that? That is extraordinary from Bing Sheng Lin with an extraordinary trade. Get out of here.
Builds on this 10-point lead again here, 11 and 7 minutes to go in this ball game. It's great hands, Arakji, and a simple finish.
Tipped away by Clemens, chance to run, 2-on-1. Jamshidi, the only man back, and they go upstairs. Lovely little lob pass, and the finish, an easy one in the end for Kazakhstan. Took everyone by surprise as Maxim Marshuk finishing it off there.
Just wanted Vague to post up. Instead, Vague with a lovely little spin move and a backdoor cut. Loses Taniguchi to get the score.
Bernie Ravena has it. Spins, puts it up, gets it to go. They got some talented, skillful players out there, don't they?
Zeldowicz now going in the lane now, goes all the way. Another block shot there by Dweri, and now we got transition all the way. Throws it down. Wow. Freddie Ibrahim with a bit of authority on that one.
Swalem gets the offensive rebound and kicks it out, and he gives it away. Grahita, and left-hand finish and blocked by Murthan Al-Mawani. Saudi Arabia refuse to give anything easy to Indonesia. Look at the hustle.
Samuels accepts the pass. Now fakes it, drives in. Oh, what hops he has! And then he hung on the rim and slapped the backboard. Whoa! What a drive from Samuel.
Five from 7 from outside in this quarter. They went 1 from 8 in the first quarter, the Philippines, so it really is. Oh, and a rejection, a nasty rejection from Kwame.
And the pass is stolen, and all alone is Saudi Arabia. Big throwdown. Al-Baghawi, double clutch. Watch this highlight reel. Look at the hang time. Look at the flying motion and the heavy throwdown.
Asian World Cup qualifying highlights. As we move on to take a look at the top scorer in the first half for Bahrain, the smallest guy on the court, Ahmed Al-Darazi, 4 of 6 from outside the arc, had a 3-point play on his only trip inside the 3-point line. Al-Darazi, 2 rebounds, 2 assists as well in the first half, plus 10 for the game for Bahrain. He stunned the crowd here at the Al Hamdaniya Sports Arena at times in Aleppo. For Syria, their familiar scoring hero, Amir Hinton, AJ Hinton, he's sometimes known. Open Syrian scoring with the hoop and the harm, and continued to score mostly from inside the arc. There, the steal and the easy throwdown. Hinton's first half line, 16 points, 3 rebounds, the 1 assist and 2 steals. Dangerous inside and out. Only 2 3-pointers attempted in the first half. He made that one. And so Syria 1-3 in Group D, looking to be at risk of not making it through to the second stage of qualifying. They will again face Iran in this building on Monday. Might they be looking past Bahrain a little bit with that big encounter to come? That'll have Aleppo rocking. Bahrain travel to Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan currently leading Iran in the 4th quarter of their qualifying contest, so that would be a big upset. Kazakhstan perfect 4-0 in qualifying before this game, but traveling to Iran, that would be quite something. Game almost over between those two sides, but we'll focus back here. The battle between Bahrain and Syria. The players back out onto the court ahead of the start of the second half. Again, just to run through all the scores, Syria have had only 3 players get the ball in the hoop. Amir Hinton with 16 points, Anthony Bakar with 9, David Hermes with 2. That's it. Again, shooting only 32% from the field in the first half. For Bahrain, more balanced scoring effort. Al-Tarazi the 15, Chisholm with 9. Asa with 6. Mohamed Hamouda with 5. Mustafa Rashid with 4. So the 5 different scores contributing again to Bahrain's first half 39-27 lead over Syria. And much work to be done by Syria's relatively new head coach, Javier Juarez Crespo, who replaced the American Joe Salerno earlier this year. Bahrain never better than 10th place in a FIBA Asia Cup tournament in the past. This their first appearance in FIBA World Cup qualifying. See the leaders for Syria in those 3 different statistical categories. Would not have predicted Bahrain to out-rebound Syria, but they did that in the first half, 23-17. 12 assists for the Bahrainis against only 7 for Syria. See the impressive stat line of Amir Hinton, but he's got to drag the rest of his team forward to continue to narrow this deficit. Again, Bahrain led by as many as 20 points in the opening half. Syria managed to chisel it down to 12 at the break. And Syria, who first entered FIBA World Cup qualifying back in 1950 in the European qualifying section. They played in the Eurobasket tournament in 1949 as well. But very much an Asian side now. 8 times they've qualified for Asian Cups, including the forthcoming tournament in Indonesia in just a few weeks' time. And this sold out Al Hamdaniyah Sports Arena some smiling faces, but not because of what they've seen on the court thus far. That look right there is more reflective of what we've seen from the Syrian national team here today. But still plenty of time to come back. A reminder, download the FIBA World Cup qualifying app for scores, stats, highlights, everything you need to keep track of the push towards the FIBA World Cup 2023 in the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia. Flags have been flying at half-mast thus far, really, for Syria in this game. But as they bring out Bakar, Hinton, Chanbalat, Sheikh Ali, and Obeid to start the half. Hinton back to the bench for a quick towel off. That is basically their starting five. Bahrain's Lithuanian head coach Mindaugas Lukosius sees his side inbound the ball to start the second half. Bahrain, remember, in the white jerseys, traveling from left to right in this second half. That's Asa on the outside into Chisholm. Aldarazi. Chisholm fake, shoots from 18 and around the rim, no. Rebound fought for and won by Kharem. Aldarazi just missing from three. And Syria can try and cut into the Bahraini lead straight away. Hinton from the elbow, no. Rebound falls to Asa. Some Asa, good outside shooter, 42% from three-point land in Asia Cup qualifying. As that shot goes up and in. Bahrain able to counter. That is a 14-point advantage now. So that three-point look is just a touch long from Sheikh Ali. It was Hamouda who made the opening bucket of the third quarter for Bahrain, as the attempted wraparound pass from Aldarazi to Chisholm didn't come off. Bakar at the other end scoops and, after a fashion, scores. Kind roll around the rim and down. Obeid swarming defense, trying to minimize Aldarazi's playmaking impact, get a bit of size on him. It's Chisholm against Chanbalat, a good dish. Contact but no foul. Play continues after what would have been a shot clock violation as Hinton, strong to the hoop, the finger roll off the backboard and in. Closest the lead has been in some time. Only 10 for Bahrain now. Asa. Hamouda outside to Chisholm. Good movement, but then the travel by Asa. Asa, who had 18 points against Syria in February. Only 6 this far tonight, and Hinton inside and one. They are climbing the mountain now, Syria. Lead down to only 8. Look at the backdoor cut and, well, phantom contact there. Foul, I think, called against Hamouda. Muda with 3 personal fouls now in the game. Hinton now with 20 points in the game. On 9 of 13 shooting from the field. It's one thing to score lots of points, it's another to score them efficiently. And Hinton, although he's got bags of points in this current qualifying cycle, again, he's averaging nearly 30 points per game. He has not previously scored so efficiently as this. So he gets the free throw in to complete the 3-point play. He was 13 of 27 against Bahrain when he had 36 points in February. Had a 33-point game on the road at Kazakhstan on 8 of 23 shooting. Aldarazi. Asa, shot clock down to 5, and he's stripped on his way to the hoop. Chisholm, though, quickly up, strong. And front court obeyed. Clumsy looking break, and a good shot block by Azam underneath. But somehow forced up and in by Omar Sheikh Ali. Bahrain's lead is only 5 as Azam bumped on the outside for the foul. Omar Sheikh Ali, part of the Al-Karame squad that upset Al-Wahda, the #1 team in the regular season in Syria, to reach playoff finals. As that long effort, barely to the front rim from Aldarazi, but he's got the ball right back. Bahrain needs a bucket. Chisholm, no. Rebound Sheikh Ali. And a little look at the bench depth for Syria. 15 bench points to 4 thus far as Hinton fouled on his way up by Ali Khadem. Crowd is in full flow now in Aleppo. Amir Hinton happy to stoke the flames as we have a timeout with 5:59 left in the third quarter. Bahrain's lead is 5 over Syria. Bahrain will take possession of the basketball. Looking for their first win here in Group D, trying to stay alive with a chance to reach the second round of FIBA World Cup qualifying in Asia. Actually, it's not Bahrain's basketball. You see Hinton going to the foul line. He was fouled in the act of shooting before that Bahrain timeout. Hinton a perfect 4 of 4 from the charity stripe here. Now with 23 points in the game, and the lead for Bahrain is only 3. Ali Hussein Rashid in the game for the first time. And a kick against Kemal Canbolat. Born in Iskenderun, Turkey, Canbolat plays currently with Turku Konyaspor. He did have a season with Jukia in the Lithuanian LKL back in 2019-2020. Again, the travel allowed on the side court inbound. Aldarazi, 7 on the shot clock. Dishes into Chisholm, who finds the handle, scoops and scores. And how they needed that basket, Bahrain. It's 39-27 at halftime. Outscored 11-4. Is that three-pointer wide of the mark by Sheikh Ali? And some careless ball handling, and Subah Azam might have been bailed out with a foul call there. Indeed he was. Yeah, Hinton lost control of his body. He went overzealously for the basketball there. Aldarazi again, coming off the screen. Mustafa Rashid inside. Chisholm was getting hooked. Wants a shooting foul there, Chisholm. Don't think he was really going up. So Hinton with his first personal, and then Bakar, his first foul of the game as well in quick succession. That three-point look, swish right through by Omar Sheikh Ali. I beg your pardon, it was Mustafa Rashid. Bahrain back in front by 8. Tidy little burst and a timely one. Give them a little breathing space past the halfway mark of the third quarter. Foul on Azam there of Bahrain. 17-footer drained with a little bit of body English by Canbolat. Kemal Canbolat's first points of the game, and it's 46-40 for Bahrain. Shot missed by Aldarazi. He's going a little bit cold in this second half. It's Bakar backing in the lob. It's fumbled away by Canbolat. Right idea. Pass was a little bit in front of Canbolat, and he knew he was going to be under the basket when he caught it. So maybe thinking about a couple of things at once. Commits the turnover as Mustafa Rashid, again running the point for Bahrain, off to Ali Hussein Rashid. Aldarazi, very small lineup on the court for Bahrain, with the exception maybe of Chisholm, who was fouled in setting the screen by Elias Azri, a 20-year-old point guard for Syria, into the game for the first time. 4th foul of the quarter on Syria, so Bahrain will be shooting next time they are fouled. That three-pointer catches nothing but air and nearly rescued by Nazarian, and we're going to have a shot clock violation called before Hinton gained possession. Slightly fortunate break there for Bahrain, even though they commit the turnover. Elias Azri to inbound. He plays his club basketball with Al Jallah, the only player from the 3rd place team in the Syrian regular season in the Syria squad here today. Azri, good dish, strong hoop, but look at the rejection by Chisholm. And then deflection at the other end. Hinton's trying to go coast to coast as he's bumped down by Chisholm, who immediately goes to Hinton to offer condolences. But what a quick sequence there at both ends. Al-Sati rejected. That was the later call against Chisholm. Syria certainly knocking at the Bahraini door here, but they have trailed the entirety of this game. They were 6-0 down, and just about as close as they've been since then. Closest, in fact, since it was 9-3 back in the 1st quarter, I believe. Might just be checking the severity of this foul on Chisholm. I think that's okay. Just an ordinary personal foul. Both teams regrouping at their respective benches now. We might well have a close finish in store in the 1st international basketball game at the Al Hamadaniya Sports Arena here in Aleppo. Again, this only the 2nd Syrian home game dating back to the start of the FIBA ban on Syrian stadiums enforced in 2011 on account of deteriorating conditions in the country. Refereeing crew still just checking out the incident involving Hinton and Chisholm. There was, from that angle, looked like a little bit of an arm extension by Chisholm, but from the other angle, it was more shoulder to shoulder. The call has finally been made. Just be 2 free throws of the ordinary variety for Amir Hinton. Gets the first. Hinton, 86% free throw shooter in his international career, and makes the second as well. So the lead is 4 as Chisholm drops off for Azam. Azam inside, gets the ball off the glass and down. Good response from Bahrain, and that's going to be a flop. Called against Subah Azam, I think. Technical foul call on Azam. There was a bump. That's tough. Very tough call indeed. Not sure even the Syrian fans happy to take credit for that, as Hinton to the line. It's a great rule to have in the international game of basketball. It's certainly a rule that the NBA could stand with adopting, I would say, as Hinton gets the free throw to go. But I'm not sure that rule was correctly applied there. Hinton will inbounds himself, now up to 26 points in the game. Chanbalat checking back in. Off to Azri. Azri, a little floater, no. Rebound clutched by Azam. Azam, the guilty party with a technical foul. As Chisholm slams it home. Simple stuff for Chisholm. He now has 13 points. Bahrain still keeping Syria at arm's length inside the final 2 minutes of the third quarter as Hinson's rainbow three misses, but the rebound taken down by Al-Sati. Feet on the line there from Isa. The rebound again, no. And just about getting the rebound is Azam. Multiple chances for Syria. Couldn't cash any of them in. Ali Hussein Rashid into the game. As the scoop knocked down from Mustafa Rashid. Syria the other way. Azri, the reverse finger roll, yes. Nice little up and under. Azri's first bucket of the contest. Once again, Bahrain's lead is 5, and a foul on the outside against Isa. And a technical foul to boot, with Isa overreacting to the foul call. And a chagrined Isa will take a seat on the pine. Very quickly teed up inside the final minute of the third quarter. Free throw by Asa in for Bahrain. So Maitham Asa. He now has 7 points, as well as 7 assists and 4 rebounds. Decent all-around performance from Asa, although he is 2 of 6 from the field. Trying to figure out what's happening at the scorers table. A little confusion, I think, about a substitution there. Pleading still continues by Asa. Confusion and hand gestures all around. Although Javier Juarez seemed impassive on the Syrian bench. Eventually, we will get this game back underway with 58.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The underdogs from Bahrain, 6-point advantage in Aleppo. Still we wait. Still the referees hesitate. Finally back underway with Asa to inbound. Finds Azam. Asa for three, short. Rebound right to Alsati. Hinton, give and go. Stutter step. Outside to Bakar for three. This time he misses. Rebound to Ali Hussein Rashid. Mustafa Rashid. Guarded by Bakar. Into Chisholm. Nice drop off. Good ball movement. Ali Hussein Rashid for three. Bahrain up by 9. Timeout taken by Syria. They just can't get all the way back, Syria. Have a listen.
No, come on, zone play, 1-3-1, 1-3-1, 1-3-1. You are the best. When they corner, man to man, zone play, zone play.
Pretty warm in the Al Hamadaniya Sports Arena in Aleppo. A little ice on the head and the back of Wayne Chisholm, taking a breather. Final stages of this third quarter with Mendaugas Lukosius calling for a 1-3-1 zone here. Final 12 seconds of the third quarter. Sheikh Ali, Hinton. He's got to shoot soon. Clock is ticking. It's Isa for three at the buzzer. Nadim Isa. A huge hoop at the horn. Left it late, had to fire from 24 feet and swished it straight through. So at three-quarter time, it's just a 6-point Bahraini advantage. Bahrain 54, Syria 48. An exciting fourth quarter to come in Aleppo. Stats through three quarters. Syria ticking up slightly in the third now, 35% shooting in the game. Bahrain 45% from the field. Still with the rebounding advantage, Bahrain, 32-27. We look back at some third quarter highlights. Amir Hinton continues to pound the rock into the bucket. 26 points for him in the contest. Hard bucket there for Omar Sheikh Ali, his only 2 points of the game. Chisholm, the good hands, the soft finish at the rim. He's into double figures for Bahrain with 13. Big three-pointer from Mustafa Rashid, and then the strong move up by Subah Azam, who was middle of the wars there in several ways in the third quarter for Bahrain. Ten minutes to go in Aleppo. Can Bahrain hang on and keep their World Cup qualification dream alive? Or can Syria complete the elongated comeback? They trailed by as many as 20 points in the second quarter. And a nice pick and roll, but the block by Chisholm. Wow. Wayne Chisholm with 3 block shots now in the game. He's got the ball outside. Asa. Corner, Chisholm for 3, yes! Oh! What a start to the fourth quarter for Wayne Chisholm. Nice. Hinton. Tough shots, long 2, no. Good board though, inside by Adribe, who's been very quiet in the game, but gets the whistle. The call is Syria's ball. Adribe, 11 points, 8 rebounds against Iran on game day 4. But he has been tied up very effectively by Bahrain here in this one. Long 3 is short. Rebound kicked out of bounds off the leg of Adribe, who is 0 for 3. 3 rebounds in the game for Syria. Bahrain trying to reestablish a double-digit advantage. Aldarazi off to Azam. Clearing some space. Aldarazi, 4 on the shot clock. Good open look generated and swished right through by Ali Hussein Rashid. It's a 12-point Bahraini lead. How did he get so free in the corner, Rashid?
Listen, help for him, help for him. If he's getting the back screen, help for him. Okay, you understand? So you can swing. Okay, now offense. Now, hey, offense, we're going to do this one. 5 with the okay, with the pin down. With the pin down. So now, with no absolute, you cannot when you go,
that was the look in the corner by Chisholm. Now leading all Bahraini scores with 16, and then somehow Aldarazi able to find Ali Hussein Rashid in the corner. He's now 2 of 2 from deep. You can download the Courtside 1891 app for scores from across the basketball world. scores stats a whole lot more. But right now it's Syria trying to do something to the stat sheet in this game. The corner three in and out, rattling away from Sheikh Ali. And the last touch from Issa, so Bahrain gets the ball again. And you just really started to wonder if Syria can actually complete a possible comeback. It's looking less and less likely at the minute. Issa for Bahrain. Aldarazi squeezes along the baseline. Nice reach in, deflecting the ball out of play by Hinton with only 1.6 seconds left on the shot clock. Bahrain has been burning the candle down to the wick in terms of the shot clock as the game moves along. They've got to release quickly here. Heaved up and hits the rim, does Aldarazi. But Syria the rebound. Here's Hinton. He's bumped by Ali Hussein Rashid. Ball back in play to Omar Sheikh Ali. Outside Issa for three. Got it. Big three-point bucket for Nadim Issa. He now has 6. Lead back to single figures. Issa met on the perimeter by Issa. Now Chisholm turns. Strong up and in. He's flexing, Wayne Chisholm. In more ways than one. Obeyed. Sheikh Ali. Good defense. But now Sheikh Ali for three. No. Rebound Chisholm. Issa, ball knocked away from him. 6:45, all that remains between Bahrain and what would be a pretty famous victory for them. Azam trying to back in. Issa double teamed. Tough shot along the baseline, in from Subah Azam. 13 points, the Bahraini lead. Obeyed, hounded by Aldarazi. Aldarazi with the steal. It's not scored in a while, Aldarazi, but continuing to demonstrate his worth. Both ends of the court for Bahrain. Chisholm, another three-point effort. That's off, but the rebound taken by Azam. Slowing things down. Issa. Chisholm from 17 feet. Swish! Chisholm with 20. 15 points. The lead for Bahrain. Hinton inside. He's got to start making something happen. Hermes in. Three-point look. That's down from Issa. Big hoop for him. Now 3 of 8 from outside the arc. And Syria needs more where that bucket came from. Issa, though, for Bahrain. 10 on the shot clock. Tough three. No, he's feeling it a little bit there. Obeyed front court for Syria. Good look inside. Hermes blocked by Chisholm, but there was body contact. And Hermes will go to the line. Ali Hassan about to check into the game for the very first time for Bahrain. What a time to come into the contest. With Hermes to the free throw line. 67% free throw shooter this past season with Huelva in the Spanish 5th division. Gets the first but not the second. A rebound to Hassan. (66-55) for Bahrain. First international basketball game being played in the Al Hamdaniyah Sports Arena. Three-pointer off the front rim by Mustafa Rashid, but the offensive rebound quickly swung around to Aldarazi. That's way off, but another rebound for Hassan. Aldarazi again for three. No. And that off the top of the backboard and out of play. And I thought I saw an object thrown out onto the floor from the crowd. Syrian fans not happy with their team's performance. But there is still just about time for a comeback. Try to pound it inside to Chanbalat. Backing in against the smaller Hassan. Kicked far side, and who's got the ball? Bahrain wanted it. They're not going to get it. Less than 4 seconds left on the shot clock, however. Maitham Asa to inbound. Just checking back into the game. Quickly done to Obeid. He's got to shoot. Fires a wild one, and that just grazes the rim. And a nice job front court quickly. In it goes for Rashid. And Bahrain, with less than 4 minutes to go, the lead is 13. Goodness gracious. Timeout taken by Syria. Ali Hussein Rashid now with 8 points on perfect 3-for-3 shooting. The sense of urgency in the Syrian huddle is palpable. And the tension in the Al Hamdaniyah Sports Arena equally so. All eyes on Ishaq Obeid. He picks up the ball as the clock counts down on Syria's hopes perhaps to advance to the second qualifying stage towards FIBA World Cup 2023. Ball inside, it's diverted out of bounds off of a Syrian player last. Bahrain. Aldarazi will bring the ball front court. Looking to milk some more clock. 6 on the shot clock. Just over 3 minutes left in the game, and that's kicked. The wild heave is out of bounds. There was no violation called for the kick. So Syria's ball with an even 3 minutes to go. Obaid picks up in his first international tournament game. And that's a foul against Chisholm. That'll be his 4th, I think, on Wayne Chisholm. Yeah, so Chisholm 1 foul away from getting kicked out. Chanbalat stood up along the baseline. 3-pointer by Issa is off. Hinton does well to get the board. The turnaround shot, he gets fouled, and he will go to the line. Call against Aldarazi. Actually, it might have been Ali Hussein Rashid's hand in the way. Hinton 7 for 7 at the line tonight, make it 8 for 8. You wonder if we might see full court pressure after this second free throw of Hinton. No, not yet. Some pressure from Issa as Mustafa Rashid brought the ball front court. Rashid inside, lost control, but he was fouled by Anthony Bakar. Bakar and Hinton, the only 2 Syrian players in double digits in scoring. Hinton with 28, Bakar with just the 11. Just 2 in double digits for Bahrain, but they've spread scoring around beyond just Chisholm and Aldarazi. Free throw in from Mustafa Rashid. And he makes them both. The lead is again 13 with less than 2.5 minutes remaining in Aleppo. Foul on the outside. That, I think, will send Bakar to the free throw line. Ali Hassan tried to stand his ground. Two big free throws for Bakar. Gets the first. And you kind of feel like everything has to go right for Syria from this point on. Gets the second free throw to go as well. So Bakar now with 13. Aldarazi is going to let the shot clock tick. Reverse is easily stolen by Obaid, and here's Hinton. Hinton ahead of the field, but it was stripped off of him by Ali Hussein Rashid. Syria's basketball. Hinton looking a little bit casual. Hinton will inbounds himself. It's Issa. Easily done, and the bunny up and in from Chanbalat. So it's down to 9. Still Syria not full court pressure. Aldarazi just turtling. Hassan into the corner. Tough look for Azam is off. The tip, though, not grabbed down, and that might be a foul. It is by Ali Hussein Rashid. So that will put Syria again back to the free throw line as Obaid stretching. Might have cramp on the far side of the court in Syria's half. Not exactly sure where Rashid was supposed to go there. Obaid remains down. He was down already, you see there. And this looks like more than cramp, unfortunately, for Ishaq Obaid. His first major international match for Syria. Watch far side. That's the previous play. We look back at some highlights on the fourth quarter proceedings. Before we get back to the free throw attempts of Anthony Bakar. 77% free throw shooter internationally coming into this game. He misses the first. And the second. Big misses by Bakar. Mustafa Rashid with the ball for Bahrain. Azri trying to force him into an error. Finally pulls up from 15 feet and scores. And that might just be that. The dagger from Mustafa Rashid. 11 points to lead. Less than a minute on the clock as Hinton's fouled on the deck. Shot will not count. A perfect 9 of 9 at the line in this game for Hinton. Makes the second. He will once again hit the 30-point mark for the 4th time in 5 FIBA World Cup qualifying games in this current cycle. And that he does. But 9 points, the lead for Bahrain. Asa to Mustafa Rashid. And the foul, not a good one, by Chanbalat. This was a must-win game for Bahrain. No wins in their first 4 qualifying games. It's that basket not in, but Rashid was fouled. 33.3 on the clock. And It would certainly appear as though Bahrain and Syria, which one of them will advance, will come down to the final game. Final games, in fact, between the two sides. Bahrain will face Kazakhstan in Astana on Monday. Syria in this building will look to defeat Iran. Kazakhstan defeating Iran 68-60 in the other game in this group today. As Mustafa Rashid makes the first free throw, I think we can just about pencil in Bahrain as the winners of this game in Aleppo. The second free throw rebounded by Chanbalat. Gotta go, Bakar. Can't even get a shot away, Chanbalat. He's stripped, and Bahrain is going to end this game in style. The three-pointer is in. And fouled on the play, I think, or was it a cramp for Aldarazi? Ooh. And some bottles being thrown onto the court from the crowd with 9.6 seconds left on the clock. An awkward ending for one of the heroes of the piece for Bahrain, Ahmed Aldarazi. He remains down and in some pain. See of the impact, there wasn't much in that as far as contact is concerned. Bahrain bench just about ready to celebrate this result, and not only is it important to see up from the ground at least as Aldarazi, not only is it important in its own right, this result, but also ahead, remember, of the Asian Cup, which begins the FIBA Asia Cup in Indonesia starting on the 12th of July, less than 2 weeks away. Both Bahrain and Syria will be there. But here in Aleppo, more plastic being flung out onto the court. And this is not the way we want this game to end by any stretch of the imagination. This is not good. And Syria is just going to try and finish off the last 9.6 seconds here. Hinton fouled, strangely. Not sure I understand the ending to this game. Bahrain will get over the finish line momentarily. I don't know what Maitham Ace is doing or complaining about. More technical fouls called. Maitham Asa goes out. It's all just a little scrappy. Again, I just don't know what Asa was doing there. He's going to get an early trip to the showers here. It's going to give a chance to pad the stats of Emir Hinton, but that's about it. So the Bahraini fans who have made the journey to Aleppo getting a few selfies on the sideline. As many of the home fans have already filed out of the Al Hamdaniyah Arena. We appreciate the partisan crowd, the great atmosphere we had at the start of this game, but certainly not the finish that the fans have delivered in the building. You can see the detritus on the far side of the court there, the bottles that have been kicked to the side that were thrown down from the crowd. Frankly, we just need to get this one in the record books. So Hinton has a technical free throw to shoot, and then, well, he's got a number of free throws coming up here. The first one still perfect from the line, at 12 for 12 in this game. So he's made the 2 technical free throws. Now he's got the 2 ordinary free throws to shoot. Hinton up to 32 points in the game now. (14 of 14 from the charity stripe. And 15 of 15. So 4 late points. Bahrain up court. They're trying to score again. They miss. And that finally will be that. Bahrain, its first victory in FIBA World Cup qualifying Group D here in Asia. They and Syria now both 1-4. Everything will come down to Monday's 2 matches. Bahrain at Kazakhstan, Syria here in Aleppo versus Iran. But a very disappointing debut performance for Syria in this building. The Al Hamdaniyah Sports Arena in Aleppo sees Bahrain, not Syria, emerge victorious by 76 points to 67. Final stat sheet. Syria, thanks to Hinton excelling from the free throw line, but still only shooting 34% from the field in the game. Bahrain finishing 45% from the field, 34% from 3. Syrians only 7 for 28 from outside the arc for 25% shooting. Look back through the highlights from the second half. It started with a bang for Wayne Chisholm. What a performance he had. 20 points in total for Bahrain. That was a very big three-pointer by Ali Hussein Rashid. Bahrain was pegged back as close as 3 points in the third quarter. But Syria could never get all the way back from the 20-point deficit they faced one stage in the second quarter. Tried to cling on. Nadim Issa getting a three. He finished with 9 points on the game. But the flex from Chisholm after the strong move up to the hoop. Every time Syria made a little run, Bahrain seemed to have an answer. Chisholm from the elbow, showing a little bit of range for the big guy. Another three-point bucket for Issa in the second half. He was only 3 of 17 shooting from three-point range coming into this game in the tournament. Ali Hussein Rashid went coast to coast. Syria fighting manfully. Kemal Chanbalat had a very quiet game. He had 7 points and 11 rebounds in the win over Bahrain back in February. But only 4 points and 6 boards here today for Chanbalat. And at the late three-pointer by Aldarazi. Final score of the game for Bahrain. I'm Darren Kilfair. Thanks for being with us from Aleppo. Bahrain defeating Syria and staying alive in FIBA World Cup qualifying. Confirmation of the scores: 68-60 for Kazakhstan, 67-76 for Bahrain, and the two big games coming up on the 4th of July, which Bahrain and Iran will advance. Or rather, Bahrain and Syria will advance alongside Iran and Kazakhstan.